Hello, my name is Gerbeza, and today I'm going to be reading an excerpt from my unpublished book-length long poem manuscript titled How I Bend into More. Thank you to Sarah Enns for inviting me to do this little reading. I'm really happy to be here. So a little bit about my manuscript. Centered in my disabled experience, How I Bend into More explores the intersections of the disabled body and poetic form. My poem attempts to perform embodiment as the speaker undergoes a journey of repair from ableism and self-inflicted pain. So essentially, among other things, How I Bend into More is a long poem articulation of a restoration of the self and the body writing itself into selfhood. And so before I start reading, I just want to make a note for accessibility. I'm going to be sharing my screen so that you lovely folks watching this video can follow along. And the sharing of my screen is also important because my poem is very formal on the page. So I want people to be able to see the words and how they're formatted on the page. And in addition to that, the manuscript's also multimodal. And so what I mean by that is there's also visual poems composed of scanner photographs of my paper quilling and paper roses that are part of the poem and have text within them as well, and are important for the reading experience. So for those that may not know, paper quilling is the art of rolling, pinching, and looping paper strips into designs. So I figured that sharing my screen as I read would be the best way to show what's going on the page and to make this reading as accessible as possible. So I will share my screen now and we will begin. Steps for making a paper rose or spinal fusion. Tear a page from mom's memory. Cut halves, valley fold, rotate body, 40 degrees, fold, rotate, cocoon the spine, form right angle triangle, puncture tip, flip triangle, open side facing left. Beginners score a belly outline along bound side with bone folder. Cut along lines for petal shape. Open for blossom. I don't need to outline. This is my 100th time making a paper rose. Muscle memory slices. The unopened petal resembles a hunchback. I wonder what I'll look like when opened. When opened, cut one vertebrae off. 5 will be left. Remember to carve out a flap before snipping off excess. Take your bone folder and curl edges of remaining bloom. Don't pull too hard or the paper will rip. Keep the fallen petals for the rose's core. To make the center arc, fold tips towards heart. Place inside another. Secure with 2 titanium rods to prevent losing one in a breeze. Prevent losing control. Secure under paper flesh to scroll, center C, grip bamboo dowel hard between paper thumb and index. Move inward a small blossom, stacks well with others. In paused space between letters is another eye, looped, looped, my chrysalis cracks. My chrysalis cracks. Sometimes when curling mid-blossom, petal rips, complicates the rest of the procedure. 16 hours in surgery, surgeon appears, tells my parents there's been a complication with Taya's surgery, lost spinal cord signal. If you believe in God, Pray she wakes up. Dragi Bože, pomozi joj, ona to nije zaslužila. All beeping machines in the hospital, a collective beating heart. I told her everything would be okay. Daddy promised. Code blue stills my chest. Defibrillation pulses to restore my heart. Electric signals prism lead me to awakened static. Between my revival and stillness. When hands insist, my resuscitation, when excess refuses solution, when translation traces a flat line, I dream a yellow dress's lace sweeps linoleum. Code blue beats. If you believe in God, pray she wakes up. I didn't see God. I spun in yellow, dress endless circles, sewn bodily memory, cut up poems. Air carries pain. Wake pushing pain chest, alive. Somewhere my father breathes. I'm so sorry, my girl. Somewhere. Curled body pedal, rips, wakes. And that's the section that I wanted to share today. As you probably figured out, it was my surgery section. So thank you for listening. And again, thank you to Sarah Enns and Turnstone for doing this great poetry series.
Hello, my name is Deborah Schnitzer. I am going to be reading from the long poem, Loving Gertrude Stein, Loving Gertrude, published by Turnstone, and I want to offer my congratulations for a remarkable achievement. Landing in Paris, in any given spring, my spring runs into 27 Rue de Fleurus. Doggedy, I know the way even before the pavement I am telling here. It must be where I am. My mother Inez has not gone to Paris. Though she dreamed green, wanting her own wings spread, I did not bring her. This here of heaven partially understood, an opening I could. And my mother, who never flew, though gifted, stayed stupid in the almost crazy of a white woman overlooking her potential, thinking the river welcome, but never across. I left living longer than she thought I should. An airplaned spring, flying from Vancouver, my son, 21. I say, my love, in depart, start le speak as Steinese, mouth making. He catches our crooked release, tear-stained, ripe. We are our story in our come and go. My mother wonders, sweet, says love. His shy goodbye. Paris. Paris. Inside Stein stories I would be, night rocking in the town towers of I see. She marries me to inevitable daylight with conscious. I could say moment and room and being, say Mary and Mary. The two is one Stein made of Alice. I swear she lives in every phrase. When I want stood trees, never touched but known by sight, Gertrude comes and writes them. Where I am all scarves in the every which way of wind, she mothering, sees for a center piece. Work. My work. Upstairs in the study, me endless. Underneath should, washing machine. Another meeting with, inside a car. Whose car? Coverage because in the after all of work in the world and the season birth, if it happens, depends mostly on the death of how we are dropped off. Once. These onces. She flied me in this, loving Gertrude, stalking her heart. In my hand where the pen egged the page, night. She saw where I might feed. Lullabies, singing connect beneath goodbye, lifting me, lifting belly, hearts as breast to suckling book to suckling heart, chest rested, leaning sound, swaying the Victrola dug in the garden, any spring talk, say rue de fleurus. Where there was so little at first, my mother, a hired wet nurse, spray bottle babies, her mother tired so stuck in her throat, twins at 44 under 3, pinched. Who wouldn't? Inez all alone, no parts traveling. What I could hold. Mothers name you. Thank you.